I'm coming at you from the studios of You First Real Estate Solutions, where we bring you news you can use. Today in the studio we have my guest, Jessica.
Hello.
Jessica, introduce yourself.
I'm Jessica. I know Clyde for many years and I'm excited to be here.
All right. So we have a little situation that Jessica I'm going to help Jessica with.
Yes.
Jessica, tell us about your aunt.
Okay, so I've been living here for many years and I have an aunt that wants to move here. And she has so many questions that hopefully Clyde is going to help us clarify everything.
Hopefully.
And yes, I just need help for her to move here and get her place and start her new life.
Fantastic. Jessica, what is the number one concern on your aunt's mind?
Okay, the number one concern, I'll say this, it will be how to bring the money she wants to invest here, and basically also the language. She's been looking for houses herself, and she also doesn't know the difference between buying and renting. She doesn't want to put all that money first to get a house, to buy a house, so she doesn't really know if renting or buying which one will be the best option for her.
Well, that is a great question. First of all, it's good that your aunt is taking the initiative, but the best option is to speak with a real estate professional first.
Oh yeah, that's great. I told her that, and I also told her I know one.
Okay, great. You know a very good one. So the real estate professional will be able, a realtor and a lender will be able to guide your aunt and make sure that she knows what type of house she qualifies for, and make it easy to select the house. The real estate agent will be able to help her with the locations, and the lender will be able to help her qualify for the house that she eventually will purchase.
Yes.
So she needs to start there. She could be spinning her wheels, looking on her own and not qualifying for the house that she really wants, or end up in a location that is not exactly what she would want long term.
So definitely buying is the way to go.
Well, yes. She could be tempted to rent, because some people do that. They rent for, I'll just rent for a year and then I will buy my house. That's one option. However, renting is convenient, but it's a way to keep putting money down the drain. You never see it again.
That is true to someone else's property as well. It's not yours.
Exactly. And so instead of paying somebody else's rent for a year, 2 years, whatever, you could buy your own house and you're investing in your own property, and when the time comes for you to move, if she wasn't too excited about the area 2 years from now, she could sell her house and actually have equity built in and make a profit on it.
Oh, good. Since we're talking about areas, do you have any locations in mind that are good to buy and invest now?
I certainly do. Well, Marietta it depends on what her need is, right? Some people are very social. I know the Brazilians are a little social.
Yes, we do. We love going out. We love restaurants. We love parties.
Yes, and to have the community of Brazilians around, some people like that. So Marietta would be a great place to be. If not, she wants to be a little bit distant. There are many great remote locations. Okay, the Kennesaw is a little bit farther away, but not too far. We have Ackworth, which is up and coming. The property value is a little bit lower still.
I actually know a lot of people that are buying Ackworth right now.
See, the prices are lower and the property value just keeps increasing. So it'll be a good place for your aunt to invest.
Oh, that's great. Yes, I'm going to let her know. But there's one thing, Clyde.
What is it?
She does not speak English.
She doesn't
I
speak.
won't be able to translate the whole time.
Well, às vezes eu falo português.
Oh, você fala português,
Sim.
Clyde? Nossa, até o sotaque é bonito.
Sim, meu sotaque francês.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so there are options for your aunt. There are people who are totally Portuguese native speakers. There are people who are totally English speakers. With translators who are fantastic. And Jessica has translated for me on many different
Yes, I have.
Transactions. And there are people who are kind of a hybrid. I will understand everything your aunt says, but to listen to me speak Portuguese, I'll get 80% of what she wants
Oh,
communicated.
you're gonna get 100%, Clyde. You're good. I've seen you. I've seen people speak to you in Portuguese. So
Yeah.
yeah, she's in good hands.
She's in
Okay,
good
so we touched the location. The one thing is that she has the money in Brazil. She doesn't have any bank accounts here. Also, she doesn't have a social security.
No social security.
So what can we do? She has the money, but the money is in Brazil, and she doesn't have a social security. But she does think about. She's thinking about applying for tax ID. So what
right.
can we do?
So she will need a number, either social security or tax ID. That's step one. Otherwise, she won't be able to purchase. Okay. Now, there are different programs for people with tax IDs and people with social security. If she has her social security and she gets to her process quickly, there's a huge benefit because the cost of getting a loan is lower.
Oh, that's good.
And there are more options for her. Many times people hear, well, there's zero down payment or down payment assistance. Well, that doesn't work if you don't have a social security. So you end up using the tax ID, which the cost is higher and there are limited options. But either way, she'll need one of those and they will work.
Oh, that's good. And I want to touch more, I want you to elaborate more on that. But also, can you explain about the money coming from Brazil? What
yes.
can we do? Because I know you have to show proof here that the money's clean and it's yours
Exactly.
and you worked for it.
So if she brings a suitcase full of money,
She's going to be stopped at the
she's
airport. They're like, what are you doing here?
Is your aunt into, well, coffee?
Oh, it's
Coffee.
family money.
Yes.
No, all jokes aside, how can we bring the money?
Yes, so cash is not going, like physical cash is not a good sign. You can't purchase property with cash here.
Okay. So she needs to transfer like via the bank.
Exactly.
Online.
She needs to transfer the money, so there's a paper trail, and some people have like their retirement accounts in Brazil and need to bring money over. Well, it's okay to transfer it from financial institution to financial institution here.
Oh, that's great.
And so there's a paper trail, makes life way easier. But definitely not cash.
Not cash, not live money.
You're right.
Dinheiro em espécie.
Exactly,
No.
exactly. Even if she wants to buy her house here, cash, she still has to come through the bank.
Okay, and then she takes the money out of the bank here.
Yes, exactly.
But it's not safe to walk around with thousands of dollars
that's
either,
true.
so
That's
don't
true.
do that.
Your aunt could get kidnapped.
Oh, by me probably.
Oh. All right.
Okay, so that's really good. That's good to know. That's good to know.
All right. So your aunt is in good hands. We just need to follow the process that makes it easier for her and avoid the frustration. Because if she is not used to the system here in the U.S. and she goes without expert advice, like from me, yours truly, then it makes the process more difficult and it's not as enjoyable and fun. Purchasing a home should be a fun event.
That's true, because it's something that you're going to buy for many years to come.
you're
And
going to-
this is probably going to be her forever home.
That is correct.
Right?
Yeah.
So we need to really study and investigate and just research and get professionals to help. So we touched on the language basis. She doesn't speak English, and I know you're great at Portuguese with your French accent. Now we know how to bring the money, but the other question is payments, down payments, programs. What can we do?
Down payment assistant, $0 down, even things like 3% down and things like that. Those usually, well, they work. The lender will be able to explain all those to her.
Yes.
But I'll tell you, those are for Social Security holders. The tax ID holders don't get all the options that are available to Social Security holders. So that's just the reality. The down payment is a little bit higher. There are other programs for Social Security holders that make it possible still to purchase a home, but a number of those advertised $0 down, down payment assistance, all the stuff. This is usually for people with Social Security.
Oh, I see. But there is an option for people with tax ID.
There are options, not only one, because she could purchase like for her own primary living, but they're also like investors, go the investor route as well.
Oh, I think I heard about that. Can you
Yeah.
explain a little bit more?
Well, there are DSCR loans, which, for example, if you want to purchase investment property and you know how much income it's going to bring in monthly, the lender will qualify you based on the income of the property. So not necessarily based on your job history and your own personal income. They'll use the income of the property that you purchase in the investment property to qualify you. So there are options.
That's good. That's good to
Yeah.
know. And I know you're gonna explain everything too.
I will explain everything to her, and sometimes I might use my French accent.
Yes, you know, French accent is actually a beautiful accent, so be
Yes.
proud of that.
Alright. Well, thank you for joining us today. We look forward to hearing from you. If you do have any questions, send me a note, okay?
Call this guy.
And I will get expert advice to you and bring results, news you can use. Alright?
Yes, yes.